Congratulations, you are officially on page 18, the last page of this book, ready for the next big thing, because you're ready for the next big thing. This original piece of music by Steve Hummel will put everything that you have learned together and prepare you for the next step. More notes, more strings, more rhythms, more articulations, more dynamics. But to get ready for the next big thing, your teacher's going to go over page 96 of their instructor's guide with you so that they have you solid for this, so that you are a solid string section. We've added new terms to your musical vocabulary with the next big thing. We have tempo markings. Tempo markings, what's that? I know what the tempo is. I know 4/4 time means 4 beats to a measure. I know that the bottom 4 means that a quarter note gets 1 beat. But what tells you how fast or slow it's going to be? The tempo markings. The tempo markings are suggested speed. When we practice and learn, we don't take it up to that regular speed. We take it at a tempo that we're comfortable with, where we cannot make errors, so that we're really getting a solid foundation. So on your metronome, whether you're using a manual metronome, electronic metronome, or an app for your metronome, our goal is to get this up to a quarter note equaling 144 BPMs. That's beats per minute. Of course, you're going to practice it much slower until you are proficient and solid in your performance, and then you can move the tempo up. This piece is in a pop rock form. We've played things in a classical form. We've played things in a folk form. We've played things in a fun form. We've done all sorts of forms of music. But this is a pop rock form. That means it's the style of kind of rock music with kind of a poppy feel to it. We're also adding building blocks. Mr. Hummel has added building blocks which take the components of the music and put them into one specific unified rhythmic value for all of us, so that we can take that rhythm and have the melody terrific together. We also have a building block that will allow us to have an accompaniment that supports the melody. Together, we're building up the music so that we're ready to go. We've added a new dynamic to the music. Meso forte, which is italicized lowercase m and f, which means medium loud, meso forte. So it's not as loud, it's not as soft, and it's somewhere in the middle. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means that if you were playing very loud, play a little less. If you were playing soft, play a little more. It's we're not going to give you a decibel on that, because a lot depends on the room that you're playing in. In a tiny room, a meso forte can sound like a forte, and we have to back off. In a huge room, a meso forte can sound like a piano. So we have to judge constantly. We add a little less weight. We speed up the bow. Not as much as a forte. We are still closer to the bridge than to the fingerboard. All of that with the meso forte. So if the music says MF/F, that means first time, play it meso forte. Second time, give it all you've got with a forte. That's all it means. The symbol looks like a lesser than to greater than sign. It looks like a big, exaggerated math symbol, smaller to larger. That's called a crescendo. Crescendo means to start softly and gradually get louder. So I'm going to play a crescendo for you. And you're going to see the speed of the bow is going to change. I'm going to do a down bow crescendo. So I started the bow slowly and lightly, added a little more weight, and pulled towards the bridge. Now I'm going to do an up bow crescendo. So you heard how it starts soft and gets louder. Crescendo doesn't mean just get louder, it means start softly and then get louder. We also have something called divisi. Divisi means that we have two parts sitting on top of each other. One person plays the top note, another person plays the bottom note. That means that we're divided. We're playing usually the same rhythm, not always, but sometimes. And That way we have more harmony in the piece. Phew, that was a lot to take in. That was a lot to take in. But your teacher is going to guide you through this process.